Hey guys, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial by TheMineGuy. In this video, I will show you how to make your very own luxurious treehouse. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and smash that subscribe button. So now, let's go and take a tour of the treehouse. First, we have a ladder that's leading us all the way up to the treehouse. There we go. And we have a wonderful balcony overlooking the house I made in the previous video. We'll get back to that. Now, we have a wonderful living room. Let's go check it out. So it has chairs, it's got some flower pots, it's got wonderful windows, it's got a pond with trees in it, it's got lanterns everywhere, and it's got a dining table. The tree house is full of greenery and has vines all over it, and it has a balcony stretching all around it. So that's pretty much it about the treehouse. So, to build it, first let's get back to the beginning. I made this house in my previous video tutorial. I'll be putting the link in the description. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll be building the treehouse right opposite this house. And in the next few weeks, I'll be uploading some videos in which I'll be showing how to connect both these houses. I'll also be adding some more floors to this large house. Now let's begin with the tutorial. So you need to find a large tree. We couldn't really find one, so I added a lot of leaves similar to the ones of this tree and made it quite large. It's opposite to the house, so I picked a tree opposite to it and added leaves to it. Now you need a fence. So you'll be using the fence as the stilts of the tree house, because we ain't going to be building it right on top of it. We're going to be adding stilts. So you can make the stilts however high you want, but don't make them too high, because in the next video we'll be connecting this house to the other house through rail. Now what you want to do is make this along the same line as the other one. If you can see, it's along the same line. It's okay if it's not on the same level, but it has to be along the same line. And make sure the top level is the same. Yeah, we're good to go. Now along the vertical same line of this, we will be adding another stilt. It's okay if it's not on the same bottom level, but the top level has to be same, because we're going to be building a floor on top of that. Now there doesn't really seem much space to add another stilt, so let's just get some leaves, add them over there, and add the stilts. Also, if in my previous video you built the large house in a flat world and you don't have trees around, you can make your own tree. It's quite simple. So now we have space to add the fourth stilt. Now you need to have it along the same lines as this stilt on the left and the stilt which we just built. So let's see where that goes and how it joins to the line of the other stilt. Make sure all the stilts are at the same level on the top, because our floor needs to be even. Sorry about that. Now let's see, it's a bit taller, so let's just break the top one. Now let's add our oak wood planks. Now what you really need to do is just put it on top of the stilt and just go around. This video will be quite long, so I'll be fast forwarding parts, but I won't be fast forwarding the important parts. I'll just be fast forwarding these parts like this, where you know what to do. Now let's just fill in the area of the floor. So let's fast forward, and we have filled the floor. So we have a nice flat surface over here. Let's see how that looks. And let's go back. 5. So we need to build it by 5 levels. So I've built it on both sides, and now we just need to go all around. I'll be fast forwarding this. Fast forward! And whew, we're done. So we have built walls on all the sides. Now this is going to be a bit tricky. We want it to be like a dome shaped structure. Like, we don't want it flat on top. Like, we want to get it like a pyramid structure. So do exactly what I'm doing. You need to get it one block less on the border each time. So this time we get it one level inside. This time let's just make it flat on top, because we don't want the inside of the house to look domed all the way to the top. It's just weird. The thing with jungle houses is that we should use a lot of wood, like oak wood planks and all. It makes it really look that give that jungle effect, and adding vines makes it really look cool. So we'll be doing that later in the video. There we have a dome-like structure. And now it just looks really incomplete, so to make it look better, we'll be adding dark oak wood slabs. Let's do that to every layer and fast forward! Oh my god, we're going to be fast forwarding a lot of parts in this video. But when you get down to detailing, like where the chest goes, where a crafting table goes, we won't be fast forwarding those parts. So as I was saying in the beginning of this video, I'll be making many more videos. Like, we'll have a series of at least 8 videos, this being the second one. So in the first video I built that huge jungle house. This one I'll be building the tree house. And the next few videos I'll be adding more floors to the large jungle house. And then I'll be connecting the jungle house to this tree house. So we've added one more layer outside the edge, so it looks more tapering towards the outside, otherwise it just looks dull. Let's do that to all the layers where the slabs are. So this video, the building process took me at least half an hour to 40 minutes, but we fast forwarded some bits and we got it down to about 18 minutes. These parts don't really need to be in the regular speed, they can be fast forwarded because you really know what to do. Let's just finish this top part, and I think we're done with the dome. Yeah! Now let's go build the interior of the house. Then we'll be doing the balcony. Woohoo! Look at that, that looks awesome. Now let's just open a door. So we're not going to really have doors, like, because it's in a forest, you don't really need protection here. You know, wild animals, but this isn't creative. Just to give the jungle effect, we're going to keep it open. And it's in a tree, so there's nobody coming to harm you. So now let's just fill in the windows. Now before we get to the balcony, we will be designing the whole interior, and this is going to be really fun. So first, you're going to need some brown carpet. This we'll be using for the tabletop. So these tables, you can't really sit on them, they're just for decor. So you add fences down and you just put carpets on top of them. You can add slabs of anything, even oak wood slabs, but it becomes too thick. So I prefer not doing that. Just use carpet. Any color of carpet is good, but brown really suits this area. Sorry about all those breaking of the stairs. Okay, there we go. We have a nice table. Now let's add some things to this part of it. So sorry. And this looks like a plant pot and it has like a small tree in it. Also, having some water features in your house gives it a really good aesthetic experience. Makes it look really nice having water. So we're just going to add some water over here. If you watched my last video, you would see that I have a lot of water in the other house. Make sure the water is still by adding lots of buckets. Also, things that give more effect to the jungle house are lanterns, and as I said, wood and vines. They make it look really jungly. I don't know if that's a word, but yeah, it describes what I'm trying to say. Let's add lanterns right over here. So, like at night, you don't get scared of the mobs. So I'm in creative and I've set my settings to always day so that it doesn't really become night and we don't keep changing our time of day. And also I have clear weather. Let's add orchids to the pot. This is the thing many people don't know. You can have flower pots and you can add flowers to them. And let's add our furnace, our crafting table, and let's add chests on top. So like if you want to craft something, it's there. If you want to smell something, it's there, and you can store stuff there as well. Now, lanterns are not really enough to like keep the whole place lit. Let's just add some glowstone on the area that we flattened up on top. Remember when I said we don't need the whole thing to go dome, otherwise it will just be weird. And let's add 2 beds. It makes it look like a bigger bed. This still really seems incomplete. How are you going to get inside? There's no balcony, it just looks weird. There's a direct drop to the bottom. So let's go and build a balcony. So you need dark oak wood planks. This dark and light oak wood planks really make a good combination. I used this combination even in my previous house. Let's just fast forward this bit because it's quite long. You know what to do with this. Extend it by about 6 blocks. You want this smaller balcony around the area to be 3 blocks wide. And now, to that, let's add a fence. Yeah. Good old fence. Yep, we're done. We're done so fast because fast forward is our best friend. No, let's add leaves over here to make it really nice. It makes it look jungly. Again, a word that really doesn't exist. Sorry guys. Let's add our oak wood leaf. Yeah! Still looks a bit incomplete. That's because we don't have any vines. Let's add the vines and let's see how it looks then. Yep, these guys make a huge difference. They again give the jungly effect. Now, a balcony is a bit plain. First, let's add glass panes. Let's make the entrance look a bit more grand. There we go. And now we have no way getting up over here. How the hell are we going to do that? That's through a ladder. Let's build a whole line down, and we've come on top of a tree. If it's just a direct drop to the bottom, then you can just build to the bottom, but now our thing's getting stuck between a tree, so we're gonna add stairs to the bottom because we don't want to jump and lose health. So let's take our stairs and let's build down. This also are going to be fast forwarding. You just need to do this only if your ladder doesn't come all the way down to the ground and gets stuck somewhere on a tree or a mountain, whatever. I prefer to do this not on mountains because it's really complicated. First of all, you're gonna have to reach a high height in the tree. You don't reach another high height by climbing on the mountain. I just recommend having this on flat land. Now let's add our ladder so that we can get on top. The cool thing about ladders is it doesn't really take much space. If you wanted to have a staircase all the way from up, you could have had a winding staircase, which it takes much less space, but a ladder just takes one block all the way down. That's what I really love about it. And if you want to build like modern cool houses, ladders aren't really the good option because ladders are much more primitive, which is really suitable for this kind of thing because it's in the jungle and you don't really use stairs and elevators in jungles. Now let's just add a sign saying exit. So that's about it. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye. Peace.